You can't hear it, you can't see it, but when it strikes, everything changes. This is the B-2 spirit. Built in the shadows of the Cold War, it was born to do one thing: go where no plane could go, and strike where no enemy was safe. In 1999, it flew 30 hours from Missouri to Serbia and back, dropping bombs with precision no radar could stop. In Afghanistan, it hunted terrorists in mountain caves from half a world away. In Iraq, it led the first wave of shock and AOD, crippling Saddam's war machine. In Libya, it took out hardened airfields in one silent pass. It soared through the skies, nuclear ready to strike anytime. It's not just a bomber, no tail, no heat, no rival. It's a ghost. This is the untold story of America's airborne assassin. Every mission, every mile, every secret will be revealed. The B-2 doesn't just fly, it haunts, ghosts in the sky. The untold missions of the B-2 bomber, coming now.
In today's video, we are going to talk about the deadliest and most destructive B-2 bomber fighter jets of the US. Before we start, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any videos. Also, like and share this video with your friends. My name is Madden Golder. I am the creator of this channel. I have a degree in aerospace engineering, and I am currently working as a content writer and documentary writer. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer all of them.
So now start the documentary, Ghost in the Sky, The Untold Missions of the B-2 Bomber, Part 1, Operation Blueprint, Birth of the B-2. Before it became the most feared aircraft in the world, the B-2 was just a radical idea drawn on napkins inside secret Pentagon meetings. The 1970s and 80s saw the US desperate to maintain air dominance as Soviet radar and missile systems advanced rapidly. Enter the stealth revolution. DARPA and Northrop Grumman teamed up to create something invisible. The flying wing design was reborn from World War II experiments infused with cutting-edge radar-absorbing materials, low observability shaping, and black project secrecy. By the time the B-2 Spirit rolled out in 1988 at Air Force Plant 42 in California, it was the most classified and expensive weapon system ever built. At over $2 billion per unit, Congress nearly canceled it, but the Pentagon had other plans. It didn't just want air superiority, it wanted global reach with zero trace. The Cold War may have been ending, but the B-2 was just getting started. Part 2. The Stealth War. Engineering to evade. The B-2 isn't just stealthy, it's virtually invisible. Its iconic batwing shape isn't for style. It's designed to scatter radar waves in every direction except back to the source. Every bolt, panel, and curve is designed to be super stealthy. Covered in radar-absorbing coating and equipped with internal bomb bays to reduce its signature, it has a radar cross-section smaller than a bird. Thermal masking hides its heat signature, and even radio emissions are controlled. It's so quiet, ground crews often don't hear it until it's directly overhead. With a range of 6,000 nautical miles and 10,000 with mid-air refueling, it can hit targets across continents without ever being detected. Part 3. Operation Allied Force. Bombs over Kosovo. 1999. In March 1999, NATO launches an air campaign against Yugoslavia to halt ethnic cleansing in Kosovo. For the first time in combat history, stealth bombers take the lead. The B-2, flying from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, makes the longest round-trip bombing missions in history, 30-plus hours each. Its first strike drops JDMs with 95% accuracy, obliterating Serbian air defenses, command centers, and runways all on night 1. What made it historic wasn't just its effectiveness, it was its invisibility. Serbian radar never saw it. The B-2 flew over the most defended airspace in Europe and returned home untouched. Even NATO commanders were stung. The bomber proved its value in one night and reshaped US war doctrine for decades. Part 4. Operation Enduring Freedom. War in Afghanistan, 2001-2002. After 9/11s, the US didn't just retaliate. It unleashed an air campaign like no other. B-2 bombers launched from Missouri, hitting Taliban bases and flew all the way to Diego Garcia with in-flight refueling and even mid-air crew changes. These missions lasted 44-plus hours, some of the longest combat flights in history. The targets: bunkers, caves, ammunition depots, and Taliban leadership compounds. The B-2 dropped bombs with such precision that enemy fighters didn't even know what hit them. From 50,000 feet, it erased targets buried deep in the mountains, far from any conventional airbase. For America, it was a message: distance, terrain, or time would no longer shield our enemies. Part 5. Operation Iraqi Freedom. 2003. When Operation Iraqi Freedom began in 2003, the B-2 was no longer experimental, it was a frontline predator. On the war's opening night, B-2 South were tasked with targeting Saddam Hussein's most fortified bunkers and command posts. Flying from the US, They dropped GPS-guided bunker busters that neutralized leadership targets before anyone knew the war had started. The B-2 didn't just bomb, it sculpted the battlefield. It paralyzed communications, collapsed hardened structures, and crippled air defenses all in one coordinated strike. By the time other aircraft arrived, much of Iraq's defense network was already smoking rubble. The Spirit had done its work and vanished back into the night. Part 6. Operation Odyssey Dawn. Strike on Libya, 2011. As Gaddafi turned his military on his own people, NATO intervened and the B-2 led the charge. In an unprecedented feat of logistics and precision, 3 B-2 bombers flew 6,500 miles from Missouri to Libya, destroyed 45 hardened aircraft shelters near Tripoli, and returned all in one 33-hour mission. In a single night, Libya's air force was grounded permanently. For America, it was a statement. The B-2 could still strike anywhere, anytime. Alone the targets were protected. The flight was long, but the B-2 made it look easy. No fighter escort, no detection, just 3 bombers rewriting military history. Part 7. Silent Sentinel. The nuclear deterrent role. When the B-2 isn't in combat, it's still on the front line of deterrence. Armed with nuclear gravity bombs like the B-61-12, it can deliver America's most powerful message without saying a word. And it doesn't just threaten, it ensures strategic stability by making retaliation a certainty. The B-2 is the aircraft version of Checkmate, based in Whiteman AFB but often deployed to Guam or Diego Garcia. The B-2 quietly reminds adversaries that no bunker, base or city is beyond reach. It's designed to penetrate the most advanced air defenses, including those of China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. Part 8. Spirit Reforged. Modernization and Future Warfare. The battlefield of tomorrow will be more digital, more defended, and more dangerous. The B-2 isn't standing still. The Air Force has upgraded its radar, replaced old software with modern open architecture systems, and added precision-guided smart weapons to its arsenal. It's also being equipped with advanced electronic warfare systems to counter cyber and space-based threats. With the B-21 Raider set to join the fleet in the late 2020s, the B-2 will transition into a dual-ghost role. One bomber paving the way, the other delivering the knockout punch. Together, they'll be the backbone of America's global strike force. Part 9. Ghost Legacy. The Spirit's impact on us power. The B-2 has done more than complete missions. It's redefined what American force projection looks like. It represents the ability to go anywhere, hit anything, and disappear before radar wakes up. It's not just in the Air Force arsenal, it's in the nation's psychological toolkit. The plane doesn't even have to fly for enemies to worry, it's already en route. It's become a symbol of global reach, technological dominance, and the US military's doctrine of full-spectrum deterrence. From presidential speeches to secret briefings, the B-2 is the ultimate backdrop of American willpower. Part 10. The Final Strike. Why the B-2 still matters. Even after 30 years, the B-2 Spirit remains unmatched. No other aircraft combines stealth, range, payload, and survivability like it. As wars shift from deserts to digital front lines, the B-2 continues to evolve and fly. It's a weapon of precision, a tool of diplomacy, and a symbol of dominance. But more than anything, it's a promise that no matter how far, how fast, or how fortified an enemy may be, America can reach them, and they'll never see it coming.